KZOOMers.
So good to see you.
So good to see you. Some of you I saw on the retreat.
Yeah.
Some of you, Sashi, I saw you at Yom Kippur.
Yay.
And it's so good to be together.
Jennifer,
And Jennifer we
in
saw you
August.
in August.
Rehab. Good.
So anyway, so important to be together during this time of war and connecting up in response to suffering, connecting up with our compassion, our wide perspective, our really solidarity with everyone and everything, opening up to this wider perspective so that we won't be overwhelmed, so that we can feel all of our feelings, but we won't be overwhelmed by them. Yeah. And so one of, and I'm coming back to her more and more, but one of my inspirations is someone named Eddie Hillesum, and I have a quote from her, sort of up in front of my computer here, and I have these cards that have all of different teachings of hers, and she is a Jewish mystic who died in Auschwitz, and she left a notebook of her writings that have become just really kind of like an inspiration for me, because she also lived in a time of war and a time of great suffering. And I just want to begin with a prayer that she wrote from Auschwitz. It's sort of called Prayer from Auschwitz. And she says, "You have made me so rich, O God. Please let me share your beauty with open hands." She's writing this from Auschwitz. "My life has become an uninterrupted dialogue with you, O God, one great dialogue. Sometimes when I stand in some corner of the camp, my feet planted on your earth, my eyes raised toward your heaven, tears sometimes run down my face, tears of deep emotion and gratitude. At night, too, when I lie in bed and rest in you, O God, tears of gratitude run down my face. And that is my prayer." So I want to take this time to find our way to that gratitude, which is an unconditional gratitude. And it comes out of a deep listening to the larger reality in which we live in our smaller reality. But the listening to that larger, she calls it sometimes that larger slice of eternity. When we listen to that and allow our lives to be a response to that call of the infinite, then we find our way to gratitude no matter what. And that's kind of the pathway I want to take. And as I was contemplating this day, I felt like it was a listening in two directions, a listening to that wider reality, like the call of the cosmos to me. And it was also listening to the very small moment, the infinitesimal, this moment, this breath, entering through presence. And I felt like it was like it's maybe that I enter through presence into the larger reality, but I'm inviting that larger reality to speak to me through this very moment. And so I want to begin with this practice from Shir Shirim that is kind of like an invitation to the voice of the infinite, to break through my conditioning, my inner dialogue, my worries, my compulsive thoughts, to break through that and to speak to me kind of this with a sense of the infinite and a sense of God's embrace through it all. Another thing that Eddie Hillesum says is, I must listen everywhere, listen to the very essence of things, and love, and take my leave, and by so doing die, but be reborn. Everything is so painful and yet so full of life. So let's listen, let's enter into this place where we're saying, tell me. And we're opening to that larger reality. We say, Hagida Shahava nafshi Hagida Shahavana Shahava nafshi Hagida 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 Shahava nafshi. Close your eyes and let the sound of the voice open up in that inner space. Hagida Shahava nafshi. The inner space of love. Hagida Shahava nafshi. Hagida Shahava nafshi. Hagida Shahava nafshi. So as we get a little quieter inside, we can listen to the deeper voices of wisdom. And there is this amazing text that we have of Mishle, of Proverbs chapter 8, that reminds us that there is a voice that is speaking sort of a deep wisdom inside the earth that has been speaking to us, always is always speaking to us when we pay attention. So Proverbs chapter 8 says, "Isn't it wisdom calling and understanding, raising her voice? She takes her stand at topmost heights on the way, at the crossroads, near the gates at the city's entrance. In the doorway she cries out, 'Oh, people, I call to you. My cry is addressed to all humanity. Oh, simple ones, learn common sense. And you fools must acquire an understanding heart. Listen, for I speak noble truths, and from my lips comes uprightness. For my mouth utters truth. Wickedness is impossible from my lips.'" This is what Chochma says. "Every word that comes from my mouth is righteous. There's nothing crooked or perverse in them. They're all obvious to the understanding one and straightforward to the one who has attained knowledge. Receive my teaching rather than silver, knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all that you desire cannot measure up to her worth. I, Chochma, wisdom, live with prudence. I attained knowledge and purpose. To be in awe of God is to hate evil. I stand against pride, arrogance, the evil way, and duplicity in speech. Wise counsel and abiding success are mine. I am understanding and I have power. Through me kings reign and rulers decree just laws. Through me princes, nobles, judges over the earth rule. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently shall find me. Riches and honor belong to me, enduring wealth and justice. My fruit is better than gold, better than fine gold, and my produce is better than fine silver. I walk on the way of righteousness, on the paths of justice. I bequeath those who love me existence itself. I will fill them with treasures. God established me at the beginning of his way, the first of his works of old. I was set up through eternity, before the beginning of the earth. There was no deep when I was brought forth, no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains settled, before the hills, I was already born. He had not yet made the earth or the fields or the high places of dry ground. When he established the heavens, I was there. When he fixed the horizon around the deep, when he encouraged his clouds above, when the fountains of the deep became strong, when he assigned the sea its limits so that the waters never transgress his command, when he established the foundations of the earth, I was his closest artistic advisor. I was his daily delight, rejoicing before him in every moment, rejoicing in his inhabited world, delighting in humanity. So, now children, listen to me. Happy are those that keep my ways. Listen, become wise, and do not neglect this teaching. Happy is the one who listens to me, watching each day at my doorways, guarding the signs at my gates. For whoever finds me finds life and calls forth the goodwill of God. But the one who sins against me destroys his own soul. All who hate me love death.
That's pretty strong.
That's Chochma.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom. We want to listen to wisdom rather than greed. We want to listen to wisdom rather than our own repetitive thoughts. So opening to wisdom, I want to chant those words from Proverbs. And there is a call from the larger reality to us. A call that is always calling if only we would listen. Hello, Chochma, tikra, titayn kola. 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 Hello, Chochma, tikra,
utavuna titayn tikra utavuna titayn halo Chochma tikra utavuna titayn tikra utavuna titayn halo Chochma 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 tikra utavuna titayn once more. Halo Chochma tikra utavuna titayn Halo Chochma tikra utavuna titayn Halo Chochma tikra utavuna titayn Halo Chochma tikra utavuna titayn
So listening, opening up to these inner realms. Eddie Hillesum says it is never external events. It is always the feeling inside me, depression, uncertainty, or whatever, that lends these events their sad or menacing aspect. It always spreads from the outside, from the inside outward with me, never the other way around. So spreading that sense of the eternity from the inside to the outside. And, and we don't get there by thinking about it. And one of these other quotes of Eddie says, thinking gets you nowhere. It may be a fine and noble aid in academic studies, but you can't think your way out of emotional difficulties. You can't think your way out of emotional difficulties. That takes something altogether different. You have to make yourself passive then and just listen. Re-establish contact with a slice of eternity. So reestablish contact with a slice of eternity. And for me, that reestablishment of contact, it happens on the inside, and it also happens in nature for me. Kind of like looking at the canyons, the valley, the wide open spaces is what sends me to my own wide open spaces. And I find, that this kind of habitual kind of, looking at the ground, there's a point in last week's Parsha, where Abraham was told to look to the sands to see how life would unfold. How many grains of sands there were would help you to see eternity. And then God switches to a different strategy and says, no, look to the sky. Look to the stars. Open up and, open up your consciousness wide to the 100 billion galaxies. And that from that wide seeing, you'll be opening up that slice of eternity within you. So, this guidance that I received a few years ago, this 3-part project that I was told, the first part of it is enlarge the context. No matter what it is I'm involved in, the first thing I need to do is enlarge the context. I don't lose sight of whatever it is I'm dealing with, but I want to enlarge the context to find it within that very wide sky. And the second instruction was grow in compassion. And in that large context, when I'm not so overwhelmed, I can do that work of growing in compassion towards all beings. And then the third instruction was do what needs to be done. There's something that is right in front of you that is effective, that needs to be done. Yes, do it. So these have been important to kind of remember to hold in me. But we start with that enlarging of the context. And so I wanted to do a practice, and I call it the heavens. And HaShamayim. HaShamayim. This is the heavens, and it's also the waters above, the heavens. So HaShamayim, misaprim el is the Hebrew part of it. HaShamayim, these heavens are telling the story. If we'll listen, they're telling the great story of creation is being told by those heavens. And I often say that one of my first spiritual practices is the weather.
Oh God, that's a tough one. Accepting the weather as it is.
The weather's always changing.
That's a rigorous
and I'm not always
practice.
happy with the weather.
No.
And sometimes I'm too happy with the weather and I'm attached to it and it changes. So, but there's a story that the skies are telling. And when I listen, I open up those inner skies, that vastness within. So this is actually a 3-part chant, and
1, 2. You're 3. You're the third.
And for those who are shruting, we'll do it with an A, and an E. A shruting with an A and an E. And so what Rachmel will chant is just that word HaShamayim, and as you chant it, see if you can expand and stay connected inside, but expand out into the far reaches of that larger reality. So one part says, HaShamayim, HaShamayim. Got that? part is about that story that's unfolding. It's a grand story that has it's so amazing when we can get some perspective on it. It says, misaprim, misaprim, sing that. Misaprim, misaprim, and then I'll sing another part too. So that is the part in English, but let's get this one happening and feel that wide open sky in which the drama of life is unfolding. HaShamayim, 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 misaprim, misaprim. looking into the inner skies and sensing, the storms that pass through that inner place of our inner skies. The clouds, the storms, the drama passing through us. And beyond all of that is this slice of eternity, this wide open space, large as the cosmos. I want to breathe into that wide open space. Know that the storms are passing. We don't have to be thrown off balance by them. We can watch them come and go. Every storm of the mind. And I can sense that large context is allowing something to relax inside you, to be soothed, to let go of a sense of reactivity and overwhelm, finding the spaciousness inside to receive it all. And Ahilsaim says, there's a really deep well inside me, and in it dwells God. Often stones and grit block the well, and God is buried beneath. Then he must be dug out again. So I think that's what we're doing with our practice. We're clearing that well, that God well within, so we can receive the nurturance, the deliciousness of existence, that place of richness, that place of the uninterrupted dialogue with the beloved that's happening inside us. So all of this listening, listening to the cosmos, listening to the earth, listening to the voice of wisdom. For it to be a dialogue, there also needs to be a response. And I want to suggest a response to all of it, to be gratefulness for all of it. And when Eddie Hillesum says at night too, when I lie in bed and rest in you, oh God, tears of gratitude run down my face. And that is my prayer. So that to me is the prayer which is our response to life. And there is a breathing practice that I love to do, and I haven't done it in a while, that is a gratefulness breathing practice, where every inhale we receive our lives, all of it, and every exhale says thank you for all of it. So I want to just take a few minutes to breathe in that way. Just focus on the breath and feel like we're breathing in the whole of life on the in-breath. And our out-breath expresses our gratitude. Taking all of it in and finding our grateful response. And just imagine living this way. Taking in with every breath this gift of our lives. And with every breath expressing this great gratitude for that gift, even when it's hard.
Yeah.
So this is the divine breath that is in us, that we are breathing, that God is breathing me, God is breathing us. So I wanted to have our last practice to be a practice to maybe set a groove for life, that like that gratefulness can be under everything, and on top of it we do the dance, and we deal with the difficulties of life, but underneath of it is a breath that is always breathing me, that breath that says, I will thank you as long as the divine breath is in me. So lay that as the foundation for this whole amazing life.
Odach, בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, 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 בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, 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 בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, 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 בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, 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 בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, 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 בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, 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 בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, 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 בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. Odach, נשמת אלוה בי. אודך
Odach,
בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. אודך בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. אודך בעוד תהיה נשמת אלוה בי. אודך
let's return to gratefulness breathing, breathing in all of the gift of life, breathing out our grateful response. So I want to take a look around the KZOOM room to give our grateful response, to be in practice together. We need to be doing our practice together.
David, on screen. Hey, buddy.
So I want to thank everybody for your practice. I'm sorry we missed last week, but we were on retreat with many beloveds here, which was wonderful. And but we'll be here next week, Zooming with you. And just it still feels like we just need this, and we need this. We need to be together.
Yeah, I do.
We need this practice, and to dive in together. And I just want to let you know that the apps that I'm making are in development. I'm still needing some funds to continue the app development, but it's happening. There'll be because this is what this world needs, is gratefulness at the tip of our fingers.
Just at the
Just
tap
the tap of
an app.
a gratefulness there and praise. So the flavors of gratefulness will be for both Android and iOS, and the flavors of praise also is in development. And that hallelujah that I sang earlier is is number 51 on the flavors of praise. So I'm feeling like this is part of what I want to bring to the world, is just an opportunity for gratefulness, an opportunity for praise, because it just changes our consciousness. It makes us very much kind of available to meet the challenges of the day. So so if you have the inspiration to want to contribute to that project, write me a letter, and I will talk. So I'm going to stop the recording.